What's up, YouTube? I'm Vanessa from Venus. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the whole Spider-Man Disney versus Sony situation. So messy, y'all, messy. So I'm just gonna tell you about the beginning and how we got to here and why does Sony even have Spider-Man to begin with. So let's pull up the facts. Okay, in 1999, Marvel was broke, okay? They was broke. They was like, fam, we gotta get some money. They was trying to talk to Sony and they was like, hey, we got a bunch of characters, maybe y'all can make some films out of it. We'll help y'all. But we need help. Marvel was pitching, oh, we got Thor, we got Iron Man, we got Captain America. And Sony was like, we don't want them. We want Spider-Man. They ended up selling to Sony. So they didn't sell the ownership rights to Sony. They only sold them the film rights, the live action movie rights. So they can only make films with Spider-Man and all of the Spider-Man universe and all of its villains. But Marvel still has ownership of Spider-Man. They can make cartoons and do all kinds of stuff. They also have the merchandising rights, which is very profitable. I don't even need to tell y'all that. Like, Marvel was making some money with the merchandising alone. Like, Spider-Man alone makes like double of what any other Marvel character makes in merchandising. They made like a billion off of Spider-Man merchandise alone. So to hold up this deal with Marvel, Sony has to make every so few years, they have to make a Spider-Man film in order to keep the exclusive film rights. Marvel sold the exclusive film rights to the X-Men to Fox. And so in order to keep that license for X-Men movies, they have to make them every so few years. That's why there's like 1 million X-Men movies, so they could keep those exclusive film rights that Marvel sold them to. That was back then. This is now. So now Marvel got some money in the bank, you feel me? The president of Sony, or somebody over there, I don't know. But she came up to Marvel and they was like, fam, we really fumbled the ball with the Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2. We didn't do Spider-Man justice, we need y'all help. We can make a deal for Spider-Man to be in the MCU. So MCU was like, bam! Let's do this. So the Sam Raimi films, those were cool. The first two. I don't know what happened on Spider-Man 3. Nobody knows what happened in Spider-Man 3. So they was like, oh, let's reboot it, because that's a good idea. And they did the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, which was, it was a movie. It was cool. And they really fumbled the ball with the Amazing Spider-Man 2. The only thing that bothers me in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, well, a lot bothers me in that movie, but when Electro got his powers and it fixed his gap, like the electricity fixed his gap in his teeth, fam. They did another reboot, another Spider-Man, for Spider-Man to be in the MCU. And it was the best thing ever, you guys. Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. Don't at me. Yeah, but I'm sure y'all know. Like, y'all know. He's the best live action Spider-Man. Period. Don't at me. So the deal consisted of Spider-Man can be in 5 movies in the MCU, which included appearances in the Captain America Civil War, one of my favorite Marvel movies. And he was in Infinity War and Endgame. And he had his 2 movies by himself with Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home. So I was like, cool, 5 movie deal, we good. Disney, y'all can get 5%. Sony, we'll get the rest, you know what I'm saying? Because we got the exclusive film rights. And Disney kept the merchandise. After, you know, Spider-Man Far From Home came out, and it hit $1 billion. Like, Sony had made all the money off of Spider-Man Far From Home, and that is their highest grossing film ever. It beat some James Bond movie, Skyfall. It beat that. Sony kind of got a little cocky, and they was like, what's up? Disney tried to, you know, change the contract. You know, they fulfilled the little 5 movie deal, and they was like, okay, cool. So, we want a little bit more. I see you made a little Billy over there. We want a piece of that. Can we have a piece of that? And so Sony was like, what's your offer? And Disney was like, we want 50-50. I mean, you know, we put up 50%, y'all put up 50% to co-finance it, and then, you know, the profit will go 50-50. You know, that sounds like a good idea, Sony. What? How to, you like that? I think that's good. And Sony's like, Spider-Man's out of the MCU. Let's go. Like, they was insulted just by that. But Disney and Marvel really did make Spider-Man better. Like, they saved Spider-Man from Sony fumbling the ball. Like, they really did. They renewed Spider-Man, and he's just the best Spider-Man there is. Sony took Spider-Man out of the MCU. Child. Sony's trying to ruin our lives. So now everybody's boycotting Sony because they took Spider-Man out of the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Oh, Sony got cocky. Sony got cocky because they have released Venom, which is a Spider-Man character, black suit monster thing from space, whatever. They released Venom in 2018, and they made like, let me check my facts, $850 million in 2018 from Venom. I mean, cool, congrats to Venom and everything, but let's be real. If the MCU didn't reboot Spider-Man and made him into the character he is now, would Venom really make that much money? So they trying to start a little franchise with Venom. Oh, and they released Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and that's a cartoon. Let me check my facts. $375 million with a $90 million budget. That's pretty good. So Sony's getting a little cocky. It went out to their head. They're like, we got this, fam. Like, we don't need Marvel. We got this. We don't need Marvel. That's what they thinking. And no. y'all kind of do need Marvel. With the whole deal with Sony, Marvel had the creative lead for Spider-Man in these movies. Marvel picked the cast, they picked the directors, and they picked the tone, the style. They just had the creative lead in the Spider-Man movies in the MCU. Just to clarify, Tom Holland is signed with Sony, so he will be the Spider-Man. I don't know if he's obligated to do it. I think he is. I think he has 2 more solo films that he has to fulfill in order to get out of that contract with Sony. They're actually working on Spider-Man 3. Sony's like, we writing a script for Spider-Man 3 without Marvel. What's up? So the question is, Why doesn't Disney buy the Spider-Man exclusive film rights from Sony? Let me tell you why. Sony, they blocking big time. They was like, oh, you wanna buy Spider-Man? Well, that'll be $4 billion. Man, what? Just for Spider-Man exclusive movie rights. Now let me put that in perspective, because let me check the facts. When Disney bought Marvel, it cost $4.2 billion. All of Marvel, like everything. All the characters, everything. When Disney bought Star Wars, $4 billion. For everything. That's not a good business deal. You want me to pay $4 billion just to get the exclusive movie rights back for one character in its little universe? Fam, no, like that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Like Disney bought ownership of Marvel for $4.2 billion. Disney bought Star Wars for $4 billion. Ownership. And you want us to pay $4 billion for one character? Just the rights? The movie rights? We own Spider-Man, but you want us to pay $4 billion for the movie rights? Bam. We rich, but that's stupid. Another question was, why won't Disney just buy Sony? I mean, y'all buying everything else. Well, if they buy Sony, they're officially a monopoly. They already almost a monopoly now. They don't want to like buy them and they really be a monopoly. They really be taking over. They don't want to be a monopoly, so they just can't buy Sony. They can. Don't check their pockets, but they don't want to get in trouble and be a monopoly. I still have a little bit of hope that maybe they could, reach another agreement, because Sony, y'all can't do this alone. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think that are you guys on board with them boycotting Sony? Or are you like, oh, let's give Sony a chance? Let's talk about it in the comments, but let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. I'm Vanessa from Venus, and until next time, bye.